What is Liverpool's best starting 11 right now, here and now? Should it be adjusted because of a formation, because of Arne Slot's preferred formation? Should it be adjusted for the best players on the pitch? Should it be adjusted for the attributes and profiles, player relationships and bonds, experience and leadership? We're going to go through all of the permutations in this video because this is a channel of substance in abundance.
The cream of the crop!
Let's do it.
Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, your boy Sai. Now it's my birthday tomorrow, so we're actually off to the Sheraton Grand Ocean Resort in Miyazaki. 2 days off, so I won't make another video until this weekend. So make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you to everyone who's given me birthday wishes already. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Now we've got a little competition going on here. For everyone who submits a video or at least a voice of themselves going Ichiban, because it means the best, and the Liverpool fan in Japan community, the LFIJ, is the best community, the global Liverpool community worldwide, the official best for sure, yo. Then at the end of October, I'll be giving away some pieces of Liverpool kit. For those that send me a clip that I can use in these videos, I'll do a lucky wheel, and whoever lands on can choose from many fantastic prizes, including the Liverpool away shirt, the teal green, my favorite shirt. Beautiful Japan Football Association geisha designs. The Yokohama official merchandise bottle, as well as the match program from Yokohama vs Liverpool, as well as many other choices, medium and L size. I've got the lot because this is a channel of substance and abundance.
Ichiban, we the best.
The cream of the crop.
Ichiban.
Ichiban, Miyazaki man Sai-san.
Additionally, for all the members who are supporting this channel, because YouTube membership is the best way to support this channel, I've got loads of Japan snacks. I'm going to send out another box of goodies to a lucky winner through the lucky wheel at the end of the month as well. So let's get into the video. So I think consistency in selection and ideas and ways of playing is the way to go, to build up familiarity as well, and to pose the same problems and come up with the solutions to break down the low blocks and the way the opposition will kind of set up. Now, we've been playing this sort of formation, right? A 4-2-3-1. Arne Slot likes to call it a 4-3-3 formation. Beg to differ ever so slightly. Depends how they set up. It transitions from a 4-2-3-1 into a pseudo 4-3-3, playing with a number 10 this season. There's a few absolute constants here. So Allister and Becker would come in as number 1, but right for the here and now, Mamardashvili obviously is number 1 on merit. He is the Georgian number 1 as well, played great at Valencia because Allister and Becker is unfortunately injured. Obviously, captain Virgil van Dijk instantly slots in, and Gravenberch comes in as well. Now, there's an argument. Do we have a dedicated 6? I don't know where the argument is. He's been the outstanding 6 of the season. Obviously, Rodri's been injured. You've got other world-renowned players in other divisions as well, but Gravenberch is absolutely outstanding, and I think he's better than Zubamendi. Zubi-dooby-doo. And saying that as well, there's a few other potential selections here. Now, Szoboszlai, I think, has to come into this lineup as well. We'll get into Mo Salah in just a bit. Everyone loves the Egyptian king and discussion around whether he should be playing right wing. Wide, ineffectual, effectual. What can we do to make the most out of him? He is the metric goal king. We'll get into it in a second. So we need to put Szoboszlai in this formation. Now, the first thing is, do we stick with Arne Slot's formation or do we tweak it slightly for the personnel? We've got to remember here, right? We have to get the points on the board. People may call it transition season. People may say that players need time to gel, to acclimatize, to build a pattern of play. We need to get over Diogo Jota's unfortunate passing away as well. We need the new generation of legends to come. We need to win trophies for this season. But you've got to build as you mean to go on to win things here and now, but also for the long term and the future as well. So let's go with Van Dijk's partner. Now, Ibu Konate, a lot of people are saying his head's in Madrid, but professional football doesn't work like that. No matter what you have in future dealings, whether it's a free contract situation, free agency, the Bosman free transfer, that big wage package, renegotiating with Liverpool, you're disgusted by the offer that Liverpool gave you. Liverpool may not have even given you an offer. Who knows, right? But on merit, Konate is ahead of Joe Gomez. Leone is unfortunately injured because he looked fantastic. He looked like he could have played a first team role. Joe Gomez, with his injury doubts, with his inability to come in from the cold and string a consistent run of games and play well, he has to play 2 or 3 games to get to his peak performance. He can't just come in off the cold, even though in a short spurt and spell against Arsenal, he was phenomenal, absolutely dominant in the air somehow, and he's a great ball player and passer of the ball and can make his way up and down as well. But his body lets him down by hook or by crook, whether you like it or not. It's Konate here on merit because that is the basis of our Premier League winning team last season. And there's a reason why he's highly in demand, and on occasion he starts for France as well. He's got every physical attribute that you want. The occasional brain fart as well, make things exciting for us, makes things stressful for us, you know, heart palpitations and all that. But physicality, speed, heading ability, he should be actually better, more dominant than he is. He's not a Virgil van Dijk, and he also should be more offensively keen on scoring goals with the amount of times that he actually gets his head onto the ball and ahead of the defender. But Konate has to start, right? I don't think there's any argument for Joe Gomez to come in off the blue. For reasons I mentioned already, the fact that he can't come in out of the blue and string consistent games because either he's off form, he gives away the ball, or his body lets him down. Now, let's look at left back before right back. Who is left back in the changing room? Nobody. But who's left back on the bench? It's between Milos Kerkez and Andy Robertson, potentially Joe Gomez, but no, it's one of the two dedicated out-and-out left backs. Now, Robertson, he's been our outstanding left back for many a season now. We got him from Hull for the price of one Kevin Stewart. What a bargain, what a bargain. That's the only reason Robertson edges out people like Gini Wijnaldum for the kind of relegation fodder that we picked up and became a legend, for the fact that we traded for Kevin Stewart. We didn't even need to pay a fee for him, more or less. Now, he's got the leadership. His body is slightly letting him down. He hasn't got the physicality to go up and down. He's got the occasional lapse in concentration, or was it injury or tiredness? It shouldn't be tiredness because he was subbed on, where Esteval Williams scored behind him as well. But he's got the leadership qualities, and there's cause for Robertson to come straight back in. We look more consistent. He probably slots in as left-sided centre-back more comfortably than Kerkez, even though Kerkez is a better ball player. But he's not as fast as Kerkez. He's not the future. Kerkez is already here. The only way for Kerkez to reach his potential and ceiling is to start games and to play, and to get rid of all of the issues that have plagued him so far. He's a great substitute option. Won't complain if he's on the bench. He won't complain if he starts for obvious reasons as well. Kerkez is faster. Kerkez is probably more aggressive. Kerkez is probably more solid in the tackle. Winning the 50-50s, I think Kerkez lines up better, because Madueke against Robertson, I think Madueke would have the better Robertson at least once or twice in a very threatening position, but Madueke didn't get past Kerkez once. However, Kerkez isn't offering anything offensively as of yet. And it's not through lack of effort, because Gakpo doesn't pick him up when Kerkez goes up and down that position. I think for attributes, Kerkez is ahead of Robertson. For the future, Kerkez is ahead of Robertson. And for leadership, whereas Robertson is ahead, you've got Van Dijk on this side. So the leadership is kind of, and especially with this player as well, is kind of sorted. This looks like Japanese kanji. Hello. I think Kerkez starts for now, but it's a close run thing, and you wouldn't complain if Robertson started, but I think Kerkez isn't as bad as people make out to be, and especially he's got the attributes. He just needs to know when to stay and when to go, and Van Dijk needs to hold him through that. Now, Gravenberch, I think, has a bias towards the right-hand side, because he actually penetrates the line of 6 in this position, which has a big bearing on this player who I want to choose here. Now, here is where Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai and McAllister, potentially Florian Wirtz, come in as well. Probably not Endo in the best 11. The Endo's got a great usage as a closer, a cleaner of the match, and making sure that we can see the match out. Now, I strongly feel that you need to play your best players, the one that give you the best chances of winning the game, and to maximize the strengths of the key players in the team. And it depends on which key players you have that you formulate the system. Now, as a key player, I think Wirtz has to be considered, because you've seen the magic, you've seen the touch, you've seen the impetus, but he's a bit lightweight. He's lost a ball. His touch has been hit and miss so far. He hasn't got any goals, contributions, assists or goals, but he's getting there. It's edging ever so slightly closer. And if you want him to build a chemistry and make an impact, he's got to start, right? He's got to start. Now, the one that has the chemistry with Wirtz at the moment is Ekitike, but Ekitike has started the season on fire, 5 goals in 8 games. Isak is the big money signing and Premier League proven as well. But because Wirtz is here, I think you need the legs, right? You need the legs to make sure that Wirtz doesn't run himself out of gas and can't get the first touch on point, can't make the difference in the final third, because that's what we bought him for, to break down the low block, to break down the stubborn players. And as such, instead of getting the ball to Wirtz, I think you have Dominic Szoboszlai for 3 reasons. Because, first of all, he can offer the legs of Wirtz. He can also cover for Gravenberch if Gravenberch ventures forward, and then you have a double 10 system with Szoboszlai in behind. He can plug the gaps on the right hand side, he can plug the gaps on the left hand side. It's going to be very, very important. You'll see very, very soon, but let's roam back into form at the moment. If this is the situation here, then this kind of dictates whether it's Frimpong or whether it's Conor Bradley. Now, Conor Bradley is a better tackler than Frimpong. Frimpong is faster than Conor Bradley. Bradley is better than the air than Frimpong. Conor Bradley in this position, tucking in as the third centre-back, is better than Frimpong. Frimpong offers a better threat out wide and around the outside, but barely, because Bradley is actually very effective there. On the inside, on the undercut, Bradley is more effective than Frimpong. Connecting with Florian Wirtz, both of them are pretty effective because Frimpong has the natural chemistry with Florian Wirtz, and Conor Bradley, I think, give and go, the type of player that Wirtz wants to pick out in the pocket. If Wirtz goes deeper and Bradley comes up, give and go into the pocket to drive in here, right winger out wide, can go in between the fullback to the right winger, or can cut inside, striker can go in here, and Conor Bradley can go even more this way, feed it to this side. We haven't actually seen that play, but that's a fantastic play, and I'd love to see it. Okay, so it's very, very close, a close run thing between Conor Bradley and Jeremy Frimpong, but, and it's a big but, for the other players I'm going to choose Jeremy Frimpong here, because I don't even think we should be playing with a right winger. Controversial, because Salah is our right winger and he can only play right wing. Forget Salah in the 10 position, it won't work. He's too one-footed, his touch is sporadic, he can't shoot from long distance, and he can only through ball on the left foot, and he can't Travella in the middle of the thing. That's the left-footed outside the foot cross, okay? I feel you have to put your best players on the pitch, the ones that will make an impact from the start, discombobulate the opposition, have the movement, have the pressing, have the legs, contribute defensively, and make sure we cover our weakness. Now, our weakness so far has been these areas here, in and around the central six, or in a double pivot six, in and behind our fullbacks where they target, or in the space behind Mo Salah in that position, even though they don't necessarily make the threat from here. They go from one side to the other side, slide rule ball. If they get in around behind, slide rule ball. We had an occasion to actually win on our slide rule ball to Salah. It didn't make its way there. I almost feel as though you pop Gravenberch in the halfback position. You start, because you saw when he went back in that position, right? The game opened up because he had space to stride into, breaking the initial press from the front players because he's so good at ball carrying. He's technically efficient. He's actually pretty good at distributing long pass, surprisingly good. His short pass is good. He can penetrate with a short pass as well. But the thing is, he can run through. Szoboszlai has a slight bias towards the left because we have to see Kerkez and Frimpong not just in the wing-back position and bombing forward down the wing, but defending and pressing from this position, because too often they've just thrown it over Salah or chipped it over Salah or given it past Gakpo. And Gakpo, to his credit, does track back more than Salah because Arne Slot likes him in that dynamo box-to-box kind of registrar position as well as the inside forward and left wing. But defending the halfway line on the whips ensures that they're going to have to pinpoint a ball there, in which case you've got Konate close up. And in this position here, Konate and Van Dijk know that Gravenberch and Szoboszlai are tall, they're rangy, they're quick, and they can transition into the midfield. And hopefully in this position, the midfield block isn't there because you've got such an overload on the wide positions that that middle transition isn't so forced and we don't get stuffed and pigeonholed into trying to break Van Dijk and Konate into a centre midfield position. Either go one more or go out wide in that position, because that's way too obvious, right? I think you go like this, and what does that even mean? That means one of the wingers is dropped. Controversial. That means two of the wingers potentially dropped. Even more controversial. So let's have a look. Let's have a look how this lines up, right? I'm playing Maka when he's in form. When he's in form, this should be Maka. In cases where the midfield is congested and we have to duel, I would love to see Endo and Szoboszlai hounding and harassing the opposition, leaping like a spring salmon, winning everything in the air, dominant. To win the ball, Endo, Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Konate, through a linear ball and fighting for the second ball, that is dreamlike, orgasmic even. Maka, Curtis Jones, both can fulfill this role. They'll be the roaming ball, carrying ball playing, right? Because either one has free license to go. So why do we do this? Because I think you have to play Ekitike and Isak, right? The Newcastle dream team lineup. And that is what I want. That is what I believe is our best, most balanced first team lineup right now. You congest the middle. absolute quality. With absolute quality. Kerkez and Frimpong defend the Wirtz from the halfway position. Szoboszlai is a roaming presser, which gives Wirtz free roaming, do whatever he wants in the right positions. McAllister can pick up the ball and find the ball in between the lines. But if we're not getting much joy, right, and he's congested, you switch them around because Maka getting the ball off these guys now has the options. He really has the options, right? He has the options to pick out. And this is so Dutch and so fluid, right? It's almost like the sun for everyone. Okay, you have the options there, which allow you the space to drive into. This allows Kerkez to build up head of steam. It allows Frimpong, and that's a frightening prospect, to build up a head of steam to charge into them. They have to congest because all our players are in the middle. The width is offered by this guy, or potentially this guy and this guy. Now, you might be thinking, Sai, that's crazy. Isak going right wing? Look at the heat map from last season. Isak had a huge bias towards the right than the left. He really did. He really, really did. And he can skill them up. Ekitike has a bias for the left wing. And you see in this position, he's more tricky. He's got skills to pay the bills. He's not just drive like Gakpo inside, although he can cut inside because he scored goals doing that as well. He can go there, which gives your attacking midfielders the license to go in and cause damage, interchange, tiki-taka, 1-2, in and around the outside. And you can play the interchanges. You can go with the lineup that way, or you can go with the lineup that way, and Frimpong starting high up as well. You have the options and you have the space to burst into those positions without starting a Salah there or without starting a Gakpo there, because Gakpo always do this and Salah will always do this. If Salah goes down here, the right foot is going to be ballooned somewhere and it's not going to work, or you're going to go back. It's a waste. That is our contention with Salah there, and he's not even picking up Frimpong on the overlap, so it's a waste. Gakpo, in that position, can only dink the left-footed cross, which is not a bad ploy if it goes to Ekitike or Isak, but it always goes to Salah. I don't know why he can't drive it with the left foot. He definitely can, but he doesn't do that. So in this position, where you congest the midfield with the tight three, you win aerially with Konate, or if you want to be more defensive that way. Getting Mack into the 10 position was one of the game-winning conditions that Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot did on many occasions. It was in the right inside forward position where he released the Kraken, played the through ball on the overlap, played the wide ball to cut inside, going to that one, playing that wide ball as well. Maka is so essential playing higher up because he's a hybrid of a 6, 8 and a 10. And that having so much technique and game-breaking ability gives Wirtz the real free role to roam and attack closer to the goal. He's so wasted picking the ball up at the halfway line or deeper. Keep him in the arc. Let everyone else be the legs. Kerkez can operate in this field here. Frimpong can operate in this field here. And on occasion when Ekitike wants to cut inside, then Kerkez is the utility left winger with a left foot. Grimaldo-like, using his total footballing ability. You've got the Hungarian connection there, so they're obviously going to help each other out, bromance. If Kerkez does dive forward, you've got Szoboszlai, who's very willing and able to cover the widths as well. If he goes that way, you're probably more looking at Gravenberch covering and Maka being the central distributor there. You've also got the situation where Van Dijk can step into the void and Konate can step in there, and Maka, like a quarterback, playing the ball, distributing the ball from deep as well, penetrating passes, and the like as well. I think you start as you mean to go on, and the future is Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, Kerkez, and Frimpong, as well as Conor Bradley as well. It's not Mo Salah, it's not Andy Robertson. I wouldn't mind Alisson Becker having a little bit of an extended run, but Mamardashvili is ready as well. And it's interchangeable that when you need the defensive lineup, Endo can come in for Maka, Curtis Jones can come in for Maka, Curtis Jones can probably come in for Szoboszlai, because Curtis Jones has a bias towards the left-hand side as well. But you just give Wirtz the freedom. You give Frimpong the ability to do what he does best. You give Kerkez the ability to go up there if he wants to, but he can obviously sit as well, sit in that position. And then that free, whether it's that way or that way, just looks so ideal. And you just held he's free. Do what you do to cause the damage. Isak cutting inside, chopping inside. Isak skilling one up to roof it into the front post. Ekitike causing havoc. Wirtz overlapping Ekitike, being end of the diamond to connect the play, bring Szoboszlai higher up into position, bring Maka higher up into position, or it could be Gravenberch higher up into position as well. I really, really think that utilizes our new signings, our expensive signings, our class players to the best of their abilities. And I would love to see it. Now, Mo Salah will have something to say about this because Mo Salah obviously doesn't have position here. The position that Mo Salah will probably take, more likely, is this position. Don't tell me that Mo Salah is going to sit here because, as I told you, there's no way he can play 10 in the Premier League. It will never happen. He'll be absolutely hounded out by the 6, and he's not got a small arc of operation. He needs space. He needs his head up. He needs to look forward. He doesn't have the agility to escape the marker. He's so one-footed, which means you can shunt him onto the right foot. And with the right foot, he's very, very limited in operation and what he can do as well. So Mo Salah is this position or nil, but on merit at the moment, I think I would do that personally. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Big thank you to all the Liverpool Fan in Japan members who support this channel. Big shout out to you guys right now. Huge thank you to everyone because YouTube don't pay shiz, so really you're keeping this channel afloat. Big thank you to Christian, Dennis Manutification, Faisal, Frank Kavanagh, Jamie Rennie, Jeremy, Leonardo 1, Michael Chin, John Trevena, Captain Has, and LB for going above and beyond. Much love to you all. Remember, you guys are in the draw for the snack box good set and surprise Liverpool goodies in the lucky wheel at the end of the month. Anyone else who joins the membership before I do the spinny wheel, your name will be on there as well. Good luck to everyone. A fantastic, huge 67% of you who are subscribed watch my weird videos. Oh my god, that's Uncle Roger, innit? Fried rice, MSG, all the good stuff. But 33% of you are not subscribed yet. What you doing, man? This is Channel Substance Abundance. Smash that subscribe right now. It would make me really, really happy. I want to get to 15k before the end of the year. Make my dreams come true. Off to the birthday bash tomorrow in Miyazaki, Japan, Sheraton Ocean Grand Resort. I'll post some pictures as well. Thank you so much, as always. Hope you enjoyed the content. I love reading your comments as well. Take care, everyone. Peace.